We'll start the session. Okay, in the previous classes, we are discussed about the classification. Okay, in the classification, we have different 4 criteria will be there. Based on the criteria, we can classify the embedded system based on the generation, based on the performance, based on the behavior, and based on the triggering. Okay, after that, applications. Okay, we have different types of applications are there. Okay, areas, application areas are there. One is the customer electronics, household application, automotive industries, and security, home automation and securities. Okay, now it is very common thing in every home. There is an automation system will be there, and also security system. Security system is nothing but a CCTV or alarm, some alarm. Okay, fire alarm. Okay, that things will be there, and also telecommunication. Everyone they're using the mobile phones. Okay, this embedded system will be useful for the telecommunication areas also, and then computers, devices, and computer networking systems, healthcare, banking, and some of the smart cards. Okay, these are the some of the application areas are used in the this embedded system. The next is the purpose. Okay, we are purpose of the embedded system. The purpose, we have different types of purpose. So why need this one? Okay, what is the purpose of using this embedded system? The one is the data collection, storage, and then representation. The one is given a good example is the camera. It means that you can see observe in the slide also. Okay, it is a good example for this data collection, storage, and representations. Okay, here in this the images are captured, and this captured image will be stored in the memory, and these images will be represented by using the some of the display system. Okay, that is called as a data collection, storage, and requirement. Okay, in that the data can be analog or digital. We can store the data in terms of analog or in terms of the digital. Okay, and data collection is usually done for storage, analysis, manipulation, and transmissions. Okay, why need for storing the devices means we can analyzing the data, or we can manipulating the data, or we can transmitting the data. That's why we're using the data collections. And then embedded system with analog data capturing technology techniques collect data directly in the form of analog signals, whereas embedded system with a digital data collections, machine converts the analog signal to digital signals using a analog to digital converters. Okay, the embedded systems techniques means the embedded also be system can use for the conversion of analog to digital. And also if the data is digital, okay, if suppose the data will be digital, nothing but these embedded systems directly capture the digital data. Okay, it means that it can be directly captured by digital embedded digital data. Okay, clear about this one? See, once again I repeat the statement. The data can be either analog or digital. Suppose it is analog is nothing but it will using some converters to converting the data from analog to digital. Suppose if the data is digital, it can be directly captured by digital embedded system. Okay. See, initially I told na the example for this data collection, storage, and representation is a camera. Okay, images are captured, and the captured image will be stored in the memory of the camera. Again, the captured image also will be represented by using the LCD display or display system. Okay, that's one purpose they are using for the embedded system. What is that? Data collection, storage, and representation. And second purpose, the second purpose is the data communication. That data communication example is given here: wireless network routers for data communication. Okay, network hubs, router, switches, etc. are a typical example for dedicated data transmission embedded system. They act as a mediators in a data communication and provides the various features like a data security, monitoring, etc. Okay, there is a good example. There is a wireless network routers. Okay, see in this the embedded data communication system. are deployed in many application. Example, satellite communication or simple home networking system. Okay, see, communication means suppose you've taken a router. The router having some transceivers. Okay, that receiver can receive the information from the sensor. Again, these routers, there's a routers, the wireless network routers. Again, it will be transmitted the information from the particular another user. Okay, for data communication. Data communication means nothing but receiving and sending the information between the two user or two application or two sensors. Okay, this kind of data communication, they're widely used in from complex satellite communication to the simple home networking system. The transmission of data is achieved either by wired in medium or by wireless medium. Okay, there's a two-way. They access the data, means communicating the data between the two users or two systems. It may be a wired or it may be a wireless. Wired is nothing but using a LAN connections. There's a LAN is there, WAN is there. Okay, through this wires only we can transmitting the data between the two system, or it may be a wireless. Okay, what we are using the mobile for now, you can transmit the data. Data is nothing, some of the messages will be transmitted through this wireless communication between the two users. Okay, and also the data can either be transmitted by analog means or digital means. Okay, you can send the data to analog or it may be a digital. Okay, you can send in the both the pattern. The wireless module, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Okay, the wireless module, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and wireline module is the USB, TCP or IP Internet Protocol. Okay, the TCP and USB. These are the wireline model. Wireless is it, but Wi-Fi is there, Bluetooth will be there, Zigbee will be there, LoRa will be there. These are the wireless models for data communication between the two systems. You go for line modules, USB. Okay, universal serial buses using the cables in transmitting the information, transmitting and receiving the information between the two systems, or TCP or IP. Network hubs, routers, switches are the example for the data communication. Okay, this system then dedicated for the data transmission in the embedded system. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಂಬೆಡೆಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ ತರ ನಾವು ಡೇಟಾನ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ network hubs, routers, switches. Okay, these are the example for dedicated data transmission embedded system. Okay, the second purpose is the data communication. And the next is the data signal process. Dear student, the presentation is visible. Say yes or no. Dear student, the presentation is visible or not?
It's visible, sir.
It is visible. Okay. Please hold on a minute. The next one is the data signal processing. Okay, they give an example here. What is that? Digital hearing aids. Okay, aid is nothing but on the devices. Okay, it's a typical example for embedded system employing the data processing. Digital hearing aids improves the hearing capacity of hearing impaired person. Okay, there's one example for the processing. The data can be processed with a different way. Okay, the embedded system with a signal processing functionalities are employed in the application demanding a signal processing like speech coding, audio, video, codec transmission and application. Okay, audio video codec and transmission application. Okay, we can processing the data with a different way, like speech coding, audio video codec and transmission application. The digital here they given example for here. The digital hearing aid is a typical example of the embedded system employing the data processing, and digital hearing aids improve the hearing capacity of hearing impaired persons. Okay, ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿನ ಡೇಟಾನ process ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Okay, the data is nothing but voice, image, video, or some electrical signals and other measurable quantities collected by the embedded system may be used for various kind of data processing. One more example I given. Suppose the outside temperature will be in terms of kilo, correct? No, in terms of degree, that will be converted into a digital. Okay, we're using this kind of processing system. Okay, there's a signal processing. Okay, initially is the analog signal will be that will be converted into digital signals. Okay, and again one more example is that to measuring the voltage and current in the particular line means through the digital voltmeter, that the voltage will be converted into digital value. Okay, there is also example, means we can processing the data in a different manner. It may be a voice, video, or electrical signals, or another measurable quantity. Measurable quantity is nothing but voltage, current, or resistance. Okay, these things. Okay, that's why we are collecting the embedded system may be used for the various kinds of data processing. That's why we need this embedded system. You can open that digital voltmeter or digital multimeter. The inside it is there some embedded system circuits. Okay, using that one only we can get the we can processing the data. Processing means the initial will be an analog, will get the digital data. And next purpose, there's a monitoring. There's a monitoring. In the monitoring, you can see example is given. There's a patient monitoring system, or you can use a system. Because there is a monitor. Okay, you can easily visual. You can see the things, parameter variation in the system. Okay. See, in this monitoring, all the embedded product. Okay, all the embedded product coming under the medium domain, which are monitoring the function. The electrocardiogram machines, okay, is intended to do the monitoring of the heartbeats of the patient, but it cannot impose the control over the heartbeat. Okay, just see this using this machine. What happen? Just see the monitoring the what is the heartbeat. We can't controlling the heartbeat. Okay, that person heartbeat show the real time heartbeat. It will be shown displayed in this particular monitors. Okay. Other example is given is a digital CRO, digital multimeter, and the logic analyzer, a signal processor, a signal generators. Okay, these are some of the another example for the monitoring the system. Okay, almost okay. Almost embedded product comes under the medical domain are used in the monitoring. There is a very good example is given in this diagram in the slide. There is a electrocardio diagram. There's a ECG machine. There's a monitoring the heartbeat. Okay. The next process purpose, there is a control. Next is the control. Here they given a good example. There's a air conditioning system that can be used to control the room temperature to a specified limit in a typical example of the embedded system for control purpose. An air condition containing a room temperature, sensing the elements, which may be a thermistor and a handheld unit for setting up the desired temperature. Andre, see here, based on the temperature, we can controlling the system. Okay, controlling the coolant systems. Okay, a system which control functionalities. It contains both a sensor and actuators. Okay, the embedded system also will be controlling the sensor and actuator. Okay, having some functionality containing the both sensor and actuator. And sensor are connected into the input port for capturing the changing in environment variables. Okay, in the AC, what is the input is there? What's the sensor? There's a temperature sensor. Okay, there's a given as a input to take the present environmental temperature. Okay, there is an example for AC. Okay, that's why a system which control functionalities contain both sensors and actuator, and sensors connected to the input port for capturing the changes in the environmental condition, and actuator connected to the output port are controlled according to the changes in the input variable. Okay, it means that control is done by using these both sensor and actuator. Sensor is sense the conditions that will be given to the, that is the input for the embedded system. From that input, the actuator will be operating the according to the change in the input variable. Okay, there is a air condition. The air condition system is used to controlling the room temperature to a specified limit. Is typically example for control purpose. Okay, the purpose of embedded system, there is a controlling the devices through some input. Okay, here input is given as a sensor, the output will be actuator. Actuator is a moving coil. It may be moving part, it's closing or opening. Okay, there is an actuator to turn on, turn off. Sensor will send the signals, sense the condition. Based on this condition, the actuator will be work. Okay, that's why this embedded system can use for the purpose of control. Okay, any doubt regarding this? Any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Next is the last purpose. There is the application specific user interface. Okay, in this we are using some of the buttons. Please hold on a time. Wait a minute. The presentation is visible, dear students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. See the next purpose, there is a application specific user interface. Okay, like example is the buttons, switches, keypad, light, bell, display unit, etc. or the application specific user interface. Based on your application specific, we can use these buttons, use these components like buttons, switches, keypad, light, bells, display units. Mobile phone is an example for application specific user interface. In a mobile phone, the user interface is provided through the keypad, system speaker, and vibration alert, etc. Okay, here also they can use the embedded system. A good example is the mobile phones. Okay, embedded system, which is a application specific user interface. Okay, see, we can see, go, if we can use, we can see any other applications. Okay, we've taken a home applications. You take an example, washing machine, there is a buttons will be there. Okay, that also will be embedded with this embedded that means connected with the embedded system, switches, lights, alarm, belling alarm. Okay, these are the user interface will be connected to the embedded system. Okay, there is a we need to interface this kind of components by using this embedded system. That's why we need this purpose of this embedded means we should activate to turn on, turn off the lights, or turn on, turn off the bells, alarms, or display. Okay, they can use the through the embedded system. We can make the connectivity. That's why we need this purpose also. That's why we require the embedded system for application specific user interface. There's one given a good example here, the mobile phones. Okay, then shit. Wait a minute, please hold on a minute. Let's talk about the next one is a typical embedded system. See, this is the one typical embedded system. This is what are the elements are interconnected with the embedded system. Okay, see, this is the embedded firmware. Okay, there's a software, embedded software, and this is a memory. Okay, that should be dumped to the memory, and there should be interface with the system core. This is a processor or is a controllers. See, we have different types of inputs are there. Okay, it may be a sensor. Okay, this is a sensor that should be connected to the input port, and then output port we can see the actuator. Actuator is nothing but a fan, or actuator means it may be a light, it may be a diode, it may be a valves, it may be a some other devices, the output devices. Okay, that should be connected to the air, and then there is a communication interface will be there. We are using the communication interface by using the RS-35 cables, or using the some USB port. Okay, and also the embedded system also will support with the other integrated circuits and subsystem. Okay, this is a typical the standard embedded system. Okay, the diagram is representing the standard embedded system, and this process will be designed by using this FPGA or the ASIC or DSP or SoC on chip. Okay, this is a microcontroller or microprocessor. Okay, this is a typical standard embedded system structure. Okay, we can see, observe the input will be the sensor, output will be the actuators. Okay, and then we can see there's a communication interface also will be there by using RS-235, or we can use USB. And also there is some other supporting integrated circuits also will be supported through this processor microcontrollers. This microcontroller will be based on the FPGA. Okay, and then otherwise ASIC or maybe DSP or system on chip. Okay, this is a microprocessor or microcontroller based on this application. Based on the application rate, they're selecting the levels. It may be medium, it may be high, it may be a low level. And then that was, and then there is a memory part will be there. Okay, all the embedded software will be stored in this memory. Okay, these are the some of the components we are using in the embedded system. Okay, everything will be there. Clear? Then see, in the typical embedded systems, okay, it contains a single chip controllers. There is only one chip. There is a one microcontroller or one microprocessor will be there. There is a one single chip controllers which act as a master brain. Master brain is the main unit. There's a master unit. Okay, the processor will be controlling the system. Okay, controlling or monitoring the system based on the software framework. Here, it contains the single chip controllers which act as a master brain of the system. The controller can be a microprocessor or microcontroller, and then there is a FPGA. There's a field programmable gate array or a DSP, or it may be a ASIC. There's application specific interface circuits or application specific standard product ASP. Based on this, we can build this microcontroller microprocessor. Okay, the controlling done by this type of categories, maybe DSP, signal processing controlling technology they are using, or it may be a field program gate array, it may be a ASIC. And then embedded system can be viewed as a reactive system. The control is achieved by processing the information coming from the sensor and user interface. Okay, and then controlling some actuator that regulates the physical variable. Actuator is nothing but it is a output. Output means there's a physical variable. Suppose we taken as a closing and opening the valves. Okay, if we take an example, the real-time tank filling system. Okay, suppose the tank will be filled means the sensor, there is a water level sensor so they are using. Suppose the water will be filled means the sensor will be send the signal to turn off the valve. Suppose the water level become low, then sensor will be sends the signal to opening the valve. Okay, there's one good example. Okay, the embedded system, that's why it can achieve the processing the information coming from the sensors and the user interface, and the controlling the same actuators that regulating the physical variable. Again, the keyboards, push buttons, switches, etc. are the example for the common user interface unit devices. LED and LCDs and piezoelectrical buzzers, etc. are the example for the common user interface output devices for a typical embedded system. Okay, we can say indication. Suppose the low water level will be low means they will show some red color indication. It is filled means it shows the green color indication. Okay, that is also one of the output. Okay, the LED, LCD, otherwise that's the same system. There is a SCADA system is there now that will be displayed in a monitor. Okay, in a LCD or in a LED, and some of the buzzers, sound, alarm, they give alarm, that also output of this embedded system. This is the output devices. These are the example for the common. Okay, they can use for the common user interface output devices in the standard embedded system. You can see, observe here in the figure also, these outputs will be there. These are the inputs also will be there. Based on the input signals, the output will be controlled through these processors. The processor will be built based on the DSP. The controller processor will be designed based on the DSP or the system on chip, otherwise FPGA. Okay, clear? And the memory system, coming to the memory system, the memory of the system is responsible for holding the control algorithm and other important configuration details. Okay, the most of the embedded system, the memory for storing the algorithm for configuration of data is fixed type, which is a kind of read-only memory. It means that what you are written, suppose if turning and turning off the valves means you should write some program that control program should be dumped to this memory, that is called as a read-only memory. Okay, it is not available for each end user for modification. End user you can't modify this program. The memory is protected from unwanted users interaction by implementing some kind of memory protection mechanisms. Okay, they should protect from unwanted user. That's why some of the microcontroller microprocessor, they are giving some of the memory protection mechanisms. Okay, in the architecture also we are discussing about the MPU. There's a memory protection units. That's also optional. If you want more protection for your memory, then you go for this memory protection mechanism. Okay, then the most common type of memories are used in the embedded system for control algorithm. Control algorithm storage are OTP or program ROM or UVE program, electronic E program, and flash. Okay, these are the memories are used for storing the control algorithm programs in the memory. Okay, sometimes the system requires the temporary memory for performing the arithmetic operation or control algorithm for control algorithm execution, and this type of memory is known as a working memory. Okay, in the same system, the same memory system, they're having some temporary memory to storing to performing the immediate arithmetic operations or some of the control algorithm execution, and this type of memory is known as a working memory. Okay, Again, random access memory, RAM. Okay, this can be used for the working memory. ROM is can use for the, so this is a permanent memory. ROM is a permanent memory. There can use storing the algorithm or configuration of data of fixed time. Configuration of data for fixed time is nothing but there is a setting some data. Based on the data only the system will be the system will be operated. Okay, the output will be operated based on the set of data. Okay, ಈ threshold value ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ the output will be controlled. Okay, that's why there is a RAM can use in the RAM memory. They can storing some of the control algorithm or configuration of data. Okay, similarly RAM, there's a random access memory is used for the working memory. There's a temporary memory, and there is a various types of RAMs are there. Static RAM, DRAM, and NVRAM are used for this purpose. We can use this kind of memories. Because static RAM, DRAM, and NVRAM are used as a working memory. And a part of this communication interface is essential for communicating the various subsystem of the embedded system and with the external world. Okay, you should suppose you are doing some prototype means what data will get it, that will be take it from the system through this communication devices. Otherwise we can easily interconnect it with the website or some web applications. Okay, the communication interface may be used to avoid the onboard, okay, or external communication. Okay, it may be wireless like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, or the onboard using the UART or SPI or 12C or parallel bus can use for the achieving the onboard, or can for the external world. Okay, the same information data will be transmitted to some external world means other user through this wireless communication like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, etc. Okay. Okay, clear about this one? See, we can see observe the overall block diagram of the standard typical embedded system. It contains the input, output, and then interface communication devices, and also a controller processor based on the applications, and also get memory. We have a RAM and ROM. Okay, to store the control program in the ROM. Okay, RAM can use the temporary memory for working in a specific program. Okay, okay, clear about this one? Any doubt regarding this? Any doubt?
No, sir.
See, in the microprocessor, suppose you can use microprocessor. We have different type of microprocessor used here in this embedded system. It may be Intel 4004 or Intel 8080 or some Motorola. Okay, like that. Okay, no issues. Again, we are discussing inbuilt about the microprocessor, microcontroller. What type of the microprocessor are used in the embedded system, and what are the types of microcontroller are used in the embedded system. Second, we are discussed in the next slides. Okay, ordinarily this is the overall design, overall the standard embedded system. It contains all these things. Okay, whatever the things, controllers, and then input and output control, input and output variables, and then communication and also memory. Okay, then next we will move on to the core of the embedded system.
So
yeah, tell me.
Sir, Toyota ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ, from
ಹೌದಾ?
11:30 to 1.
11:30 to 1 join again. No issues. Okay, wait a minute, I will take the attendance.
Okay, sir.
Sir, one more thing, sir. Actually, ma'am had shared it on 2nd of June. On 3rd of morning, I tried to register. It shows that the link is closed.
Oh, okay. You can contact Sunil sir, no? Sunil sir, mechanical department Sunil sir, no?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir was the main organizer for the particular webinar. Okay, you can contact. Okay.
Sir, can I have his phone number if you don't mind, sir, to message him on WhatsApp?
Okay, I will send.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You send me one WhatsApp message for that particular message or particular. number.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
See, answer attendance. See, how many are registered for that particular webinar? All are registered, or a few students are registered?
Sir, Sonika have registered, sir.
Okay.
Rupashri also.
Okay. Answer attendance, Jayavardhan Reddy. Dilip Kumar.
Present, sir.
Dinesh.
Present, sir.
Deepsi.
Present, sir.
Abhishek. Rupashri. Subramania
Present,
Reddy.
sir.
Present, sir.
Sonika.
Present, sir.
Shreya. Jyoti.
Sir, present, sir. Sir, Shreya, present.
Venkat. Venkat.
Sir, Shreya, present, sir.
Okay. Venkat. Murthy.
He is present, sir.
Present, sir.
Previous class, Venkat. What about previous class? Present, na? Ellen Murthy.
Present, sir.
Rameshri. Okay. See, listen here, dear students. In the module 3, is very simple and very simple module. Okay, we can easily understood the concept. Okay, very general. They are given the general information about the embedded system. Okay, it is very easy. Here there is no problematic. There is no program in this model. Okay, we can score maximum in this model. Okay. The next is the. See, those who are registered for the particular webinar, go and attend the session. Okay, remaining, we stay here only. Remaining people stay here only. Okay, in this session. Okay, today we'll stop here. You do one thing. Go to assignment. There is a quiz is there for this for this subject.